So every year, Ice Team has what's called Ice Team University. What it is just really a cool opportunity where you can come up and it combines on the water training with classroom type seminars. So this year it's up on Lake of the Woods here out of Arneson. And Lake of the Woods obviously is a phenomenal place to have something like Ice Team University just because there's so many different walleyes out here, a lot of different ways to catch them. And so seminars in the evening, great food. So basically just a bunch of pros pointers as far as how to read maps, how to use your electronics, your presentation, how to work lures. Basically you can ask just about any question you've ever had about ice fishing here up at the Ice Team University. And so just an exciting event happens every year. And so we're going to showcase the event here on Lake of the Woods. Oh, that's a good fish.
There's a nice one.
Right back down to the bottom. Sir, one of the powerful freshwater fish that swims right there. Oh yeah, there we go. We are hooked up.
Oh, I never get tired of this. These fish just freight traded. Oh my. Wow.
The hole, it's a big one.
That is what we're talking about tonight, a cool looking fish.
Jason Mitchell Outdoors is brought to you by Shields, Vexilar, Clam, K-Drill, Ice Armor by Clam, Crestliner, North Dakota Tourism, Clam Pro Tackle, Cooper Chevrolet, Travel Manitoba, and Jason Mitchell Elite Series Fishing Rods.
Ice Team University has been going on for a long time. I started here in 2012. Prior to that, Jim Hudson was doing ice roads for many, many years. So for quite a while, there's been some level of on-ice education, classroom type setting, combination event. So in the last 6-7 years, we've brought back Ice Team University, and every year we go to a new destination. We want to really kind of cover the ice, but or at least hit the hot buttons. Whether it was Lake of the Woods, we've been there. Everyone's heard of Devil's Lake, we've been there. We're gonna go to Mille Lacs this year, gonna knock that one off the bucket list. So we try to hit some of those hot spots, but also kind of have a unique twist to it to where we talk about more than just what you're gonna target for a day on the ice.
All right, so today, guys, we are fishing on Lake of the Woods and we are targeting suspended fish. We're finding a lot of fish up high today, which is quite a bit of change from yesterday. So we have our Vexilar set on double zoom, which in reality means we're fishing the bottom 12 foot, and we're also trying to keep an eye on above the 12-foot mark. So it's really important right now to keep close eye on your flasher, not just near the bottom where typically we all like to fish, but up high. So far today, we've caught some really nice pout. The first fish of the day was a 20-inch walleye, and that fish was almost 14, 15 feet off the bottom. Without having the appropriate tools like a flasher to see those fish, you're not even going to know they're there. So it's really critical to pay attention and then raise your bait up above that mark. I like to bring it up past that fish pretty fast and then drop it down back on top of that fish. And a lot of times those fish will keep working up, and then you start doing your quiver and your tight finesse jigging, and then they just come up and usually try to crush it. So hopefully we get a few more bites here today and we'll catch some more good fish.
Everybody got their own rod and reel that they would like to use, but typically I like a 32 to 36 inch length medium spinning rod. And on my dead stick, me personally, I like mono. The slip knot will work better, it stays tighter. But on my jigging rod, I like braided line because you got more feel and it's a little bit stronger and it can handle the abuse of catching several fish.
That is what people come up here for. Just a great eating walleye right there. You look at all these hundreds of fish houses out here. If you were to go in front of a lot of them, they'd have a handful of these piled up next to the door.
Some of the best lures for this lake definitely is pink and red. There's different styles of lures you can use. Rattling spoons, even your jointed spoons, slender spoons. And then when you're using a dead stick, a colored hook like a pink chartreuse hook with a split shot is deadly.
There he is. Love it when that drag squawks on the hook set. Perfect place for something like the Ice Team University where you can catch a lot of fish like that all day long. That's what's so cool about this is a general rule of thumb is, you come out here and catch fish right during the middle of the day.
Jason Mitchell Outdoors is brought to you by these industry leaders.
Woohoo! Yeah, what's my favorite series of hubs? The Clam C series shelters work best for us.
Hey, what's our favorite ice hub shelter? The X Series from Clam Outdoors.
Choose the hub shelter that's right for you at Clam Outdoors. Pursue the ice.
A Vexilar is responsible for more fish being caught than any other piece of equipment you could buy.
You know what? Fishing lures and gadgets have come and gone over the last 60 years. But Vexilar's mission statement has been true, helping anglers catch more fish.
Vexilar is the gold standard in sonar performance and reliability in flasher sonar technology.
Your ice fishing adventure begins and ends with a Vexilar by your side.
Happy 60th, Vexilar!
Introducing the Rise Float Suit with motion float technology. Breathable, waterproof, secure, and all the features that make the difference. Waterproof cell phone pocket, rapid drain system, and maximum flexibility. Fish with security in the Rise Float Suit from Ice Armor by Clam. Rise above. Clam Outdoors. Pursue the ice.
Lake of the Woods is massive. You can fish up in the Angle. You've got options up in Ontario. I've always liked this area out of Arneson here just because of the structure. There's a lot of different reefs and deep rock piles. You've got the mud transitions, but where you don't have to go terribly far to get into some really good areas.
Right now we're looking for a little bit of the structure that is going to go from anywhere from 26, 27 feet of water, transition into the gravel, the rubble, into the mud, into that 30, 32, maybe 33, 34 feet of water off the edge of those rocks. Right now we're on a pretty infamous rock pile out here on Lake of the Woods. We call this Archie's 16 Mile. It's a massive big rock out here, and we're just right on those transitions, 26, 27, 28 feet of water, working into that deeper water in that mud where the biomass of fish may be. So when you come up here looking for a good spot to fish, check some of those reefs, check the transitions, and then also don't be afraid to go drill some holes in the mud and try your chance in the mud, because you never know what you're going to catch out there.
Here at Arneson's Rocky Point on Lake of the Woods, we're very fortunate to be in an area of several little rock humps, reefs. So we have a lot of structure that we can fish. Either you fish on top of the structure certain times of the years or certain type of species, or otherwise we'll fish the edge of the reef for walleye saugers. And then occasionally we get the eel pout and the tulibies, a nice mixed bag.
Yeah, boy, that is just a fat, beautiful sauger right there.
Typically when we get into this March bite, the fish are kind of starting to move back onto the structure, back onto the reefs. They're basically chasing the bait back on, and they're also getting ready to spawn. And they're like in their feed bag right now, so you're getting bigger schools of fish. So when you do get into the fish, you're gonna see yourself catching 2, 3, 4 at a time. It's a nice bite.
Got it to save. Just gorgeous walleyes. You know, what's cool about Lake of the Woods, you know, the walleyes up here is like stars in the sky. I mean, there's just so many fish. You know, you can catch numbers of fish, you know, numbers of eater fish, like that fish I just let loose. It's just a perfect fish to eat, but, you know, every time you drill a hole, every time you drop a line down, you know, you also have the chance of catching a 30-inch walleye. And so it's really the best of both worlds, quantity and quality.
Ice Team University is a place where anglers can go from across the country to learn about all kinds of techniques, no matter the destination. So whether we're on Lake of the Woods, Mille Lacs, Panfish Lake in the cities, we're going to talk about on a gamut of topics. In the evenings, we have seminars from Ice Team pros from across the country. You can expect to see pros from probably 15 different states talking about how they catch fish, ways to catch bluegills, crappies, pike, perch, fishing in the weeds, how to use electronics. So it's really an opportunity to really learn everything you want to know about ice fishing. We just happen to be in a specific body of water, and that's the bite we're chasing. But rest assured, in the evenings and while you're on the ice, you're going to get taught how to catch just about anything your heart desires. So you want to come with questions, come with excitement, and come ready to set some hooks, because you get to fish with the pros as much as learn from them. So Ice Team University, how does it break down? It's action-packed. You get up there the first night on Thursday, meet and greet, you get to shake hands, rub elbows with guys like Jason Mitchell, Dave Gentz. Wake up in the morning, get you paired up for your guide assignments, and you hit the ice all day. And then we come back in the evening, do a bunch more seminars, build more camaraderie, sit down with the pros again, and then guess what? We do that 2 days in a row. It's really 3 nights, 2 full days of fishing, and a whole lot of fun. You know, at Ice Team, we really pride ourselves in educating the sport. It's a tell, not sell philosophy. We want you to leave a day on the ice or a day in the classroom having learned something new. So one thing we always try to preach to the guys and gals that come out to these sort of events, come with questions. You're gonna be with some of the most knowledgeable ice anglers on the entire ice belt, let alone planet. So come ready, come prepared. If you're a little shy, it's okay. Get out of your shell and get ready to ask questions. Bring the things you want to know, and you're gonna get your questions answered. You're gonna have a lot of fun, and I promise you're gonna leave with one big smile on your face.